hello manifestors. So I made this video because I see a need for it. And please be sure to watch all the way to the end, because I'm explaining exactly how we manifest, or how you manifest, and why what you're doing is not working and what you need to do so it will be working. So be sure to watch all the way to the end. And please, you know what to do. Like the video, comment, share if you can, and subscribe if you are new here. So today, for the ones that were all the way in the back and didn't hear it yet, we are going to talk about how we manifest a desire. Because in case you still don't know that, how you manifest one thing is how you manifest anything. So the reason why I know that this is a need still, it's because this past week, a member of my Facebook group posted a couple of posts based on her success stories and how she manifested her career. And sure enough, someone asked the question, how did you manifest your specific career? As if there was a specific, special, different way to manifest anything. Guys, how you manifest one thing, and I've said that many times before. I feel like a broken record, but I think I need to be. Because when I read this question again in my own Facebook group, where I know the type of content that we share there, I was frankly shocked that someone still asked this type of question. But anyhow, they did. How we manifest one thing, guys, is how we manifest anything. Anything. Whether you want to manifest health, wealth, a car, a house, a baby, a husband, a wife, whatever. How you manifest one thing is how you manifest anything. So what is it already? It's by feeling that you have it. By feeling that you are the person who has whatever you want to have and who is whoever you want to be. That's how. So if you read a success story, I manifested my dream career, I manifested my SP, I manifested my weight loss, it doesn't matter what it is. Don't ask that person how they manifested it. Because if they did, that's the only way they could. It's by feeling that they were that person. Now, the fact that you are asking this question, whoever you are, I'm not pinpointing at that person particularly. If she asked that question, there are thousands out there that ask the same questions. We know that. But if you, watching this, listening to this, are asking anyone, no matter what desire they've manifested, if you are asking that person, how did you manifest X, Y, and Z, it's because apparently you're not doing that. You're still not doing that with your desire or desires. Apparently you are not embodying the feeling, embodying the state of being that person who has that thing, who has her desire, who is that person who has her desire. If you are asking this type of question still, that is probably why. For example, why do you think that most people using affirmations are failing to manifest their desires? Because most people using affirmations are affirming that they want something while they are in a complete opposite state. They absolutely don't feel that they have their desires. And they absolutely don't feel that they are that person who has their desires. Yet they are affirming in the hope of manifesting that thing, whatever it is that they are affirming about, because they have the background belief, even if it's completely unconscious, that this thing is going to come to them, as if this thing was separated from them to start with. So they affirm, and then they turn around and they say, it's not working. My affirmations make me anxious. I'm getting tired of affirming. You are feeling this way because that's exactly what you're doing. You are affirming from a complete opposite state because you have not understood that even if you want to use affirmations to manifest your desire, well, at the very least, those affirmations, they should help you shift into a different state, and preferably the state where you have that desire that you're affirming about. Not in a state of being completely opposite of what you're saying and saying it like a robot in hope that it's going to change something. When really what needs to change, it's you. It's your feeling. It's your state. That's why once you understand states, you don't need affirmations anymore. If you listen to coaches like me who have a channel and they tell you their story, they tell you what has never worked for them, they tell you how it finally clicked for them, you'll see that many of us have used affirmations in the past. Even someone like me, I can't say that affirmations didn't work for me. They did many, many times. But now that I'm more into the state, now that I'm more into being in the state because I understand way more states than I used to, I ditched the affirmations. But for many people, including many of those coaches, affirmations never worked for them. I realized that once I understood the state, once I understood what Neville was teaching, that I have to embody the person that I want to be, then yeah, I ditched the affirmations. I didn't need that anymore. If you haven't watched my previous video before this one, it was about thinking from your desire instead of your desire. So if you are feeling, I'm frustrated, I'm anxious, how can I ignore the fact? How can I ignore 3D? How do I react when this and that happen? When is my manifestation going to be here? If you have those thoughts popping up in your head, you know you are thinking of your desire, but not from it. You definitely, this is your cue, you definitely know if you have thoughts like that, thoughts about being anxious, frustrated, and wondering how and when and this and that, asking questions about how should I react if this happens and if that happened. How can I ignore 3D? If you have thoughts like that, you know that you're not in the state of being the person that you want to be. So basically, at that point, you know that no matter what techniques you are using, it's not, at this point, helping you to step into the state of having your desire. And this is when imagination comes in. What you imagine, even if it doesn't do the trick the first few times, if you constantly imagine that you are the person that you want to be who has their desire, and you persist in the feeling, that's what persisting is. It's persisting in the feeling of the desire fulfilled. Then you are going to finally occupy that state. You are going to occupy the state where you are the person who has their desire. When you occupy the state of your desire, of having your desire, the how, the when, the where, the anxiety, the frustration, the watching the linear 3D time, all of it disappear. So it might sound tough for some, but if you're not there yet, you are not occupying the state of your desire fulfilled. That's it. That's very blunt, I understand, but trust me, I apply this law for myself as well. If I look at the 3D for any sign, if I wonder how and where and when, if I feel anxious, if I feel mad, if I feel whatever about not having my desire, I know I am not occupying the state of my wish fulfilled. When you live from your desire, however, you feel confident. It's a knowing. You feel a knowing inside. You don't question yourself. It's a trust that your desire is yours, even though it's not materialized in the external world yet. But because you have moved in consciousness, you now are occupying that new consciousness where your desire exists. So all the doubts and fears that existed in the other consciousness, in the old man's consciousness, they have disappeared. And once you occupy that new state of yours, the state of being the person who has their desire, it means that you have shifted into a new consciousness. It means that you have shifted into the consciousness of the new man. When that happens, the shadow world will reflect that new truth. Because before, the shadow world was reflecting your old truth. That's what it was reflecting. Once you shift in consciousness, or shift in state, which is the same thing, your shadow world will reflect that new truth. So, no matter what your situation is, if you keep on repeating the same thing in this 3D world of shadow, it's because you are still in the old consciousness. You are still in your old man, your old personality. So, what do? Well, you persist. You keep on going in imagination where you want to be. And you persist again and again and again until you feel a shift, until you occupy that new state. And that's how we manifest everything. How you manifest one thing is how you manifest everything. Don't ask how people have manifested whatever they have manifested. That's how. They manifested it because they were in that state where they already had their desire, or where they knew they already had their desire. I hope this was helpful, guys. And by the way, I know I am still asked sometimes where my website can be found. Well, guess what? Just down below this video and down below every single one of my videos. That's where you can find my website and book coaching if you are looking for that. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.